Hello, I'm John Fox on Channel West. I'm having a control adventure. I had myself a small nap and a large meal, and I hope that's enough to reset my brain so I can actually solve what I'm guessing is a reasonably simple puzzle I'm overthinking. Am I still in possession of all the punch cards? I'm not. Re-pick them up. Yeah, I didn't do any off-screen thinking though. Because how hard could it be? It's not gonna be difficult. It's gonna be that I'm being dumb.
Find all the punch cards.
Yeah, I got that bit, lady. There's only one upstairs and I have 3 of them. Right. What does that mean? Four. I mean, surely it just means... It has to be one of those two. Like, there's got to be a relationship between this whiteboard and this machine. That's why they've put them away, so I can figure out the puzzle. And that board says it's not those 3. So it's one of those 2. I'm going to do this thing again.
Each punch card should correspond to a terminal.
Okay, so she's telling me that every single punch card goes in. There's only so many combinations. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. That's still quite a lot. 25 times 5. 125 times 5. I don't know, like 600 times 5. There's a lot of combinations. Right? This can...
Whiteboard drawings may be important.
Yes, I get the whiteboard drawings are important. Okay, I have to assume I'm being dumb. This is that one, right?
It looks like he was working on something to do with these symbols.
Okay, because that looks like I have to do that. Oh, fine, fine. Go your instinct. Right, my idea is that the whiteboards are two terminals for each one whiteboard, and that can see that one there. So this is and I can switch those two. Right. So this is that one. That, even though it's not bloody facing that. I'm going to switch these two. Like, it can't... Hang on.
What do these whiteboards mean?
Okay, my mistake was to do it with the 5. And 5 can see 2 terminals, right? 3 can also see 2 terminals. Which makes it very confusing. 2 can only see that terminal. And 1 can only see... So 2 and 1, I'm saying 2 and 1 of those 2, right? The 1 can be that symbol there.
Try different combinations.
Shut up.
One has to work.
Yes, I'm... Right? So this had a logic. So those are 2 from 1 whiteboard and 2 from the other whiteboard. But now I can switch them quite confidently. So I can switch 2 and 1 first. Then I can switch 5 and 3. Alright, then I have no idea, and... Well, it might have... I guess one has to be one of those two. One's that one there, it's up there. I don't know. And I thought... This can see both. This can see both. This can only see that one. This can only see that one. Right, so that... Surely that tells me... Or was this a combination I hadn't tried yet? I hope it's that button I'm supposed to be pressing. She's not telling me anything. Right, I can see that symbol there. I can see, but like, I can always see the symbols at the same time. Like, my logic seems sound to me. Like, if you look at this symbol here, so around the top and then on the right, I don't think it's actually available downstairs. See, it's crossed off down there. Wait. Wait, what? Why has that symbol been crossed out 3 times? But it's the same symbol. Is that the case with all of them? I swear this is not supposed to be a difficult puzzle. I bet if I go online it'll be really obvious. Why have they got the same symbol twice? What is the relationship between the whiteboard okay. Okay, new tactic then, because this old one clearly isn't working. There is something I've not been looking at, which is those arrows. I assumed they meant they're interchangeable. It's one or the other. It's clearly not that because I've tried all the combinations. Why would it have the same symbol 4 times, but 3 of them crossed out? Like, I don't get the difference between the crossed out version. What's the difference between the crossed out version and the non-crossed out version? So my guess is this is supposed to be the order? So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order. Which is sort of similar to an idea I had before. I'll try it. So I'll put them in all position and then I'll switch them. I already know what's going to happen. This says number 1 is not that. This says number 1 is that. And this says number 1 is that. That says number 1 is that. It's one I've had number 1 as before, but whatever. Let's continue with that as the idea. Number 2 is not that. Or is number 3. Fine. Number 2 is one of those two. And number 2 is not that. Right, let's have 2 as the square, I guess. Because I think that'll be something I'm less likely to have tried. Number 3, I'll have as that. It's not that. It's not that. So I have that 3 as what the 2 normally is. Number 4 is not left hand side. that says it is the left hand side, but that one says it's not. So we'll go for curving bit 4. And I'll find 4. That's 4 is upstairs. Right. 5 is not that. I know I've only got 1 left, but 5 is not curving bit, 5 is not radiation. Okay, that must have taken me absolutely ages, but
The prism shattered. Darling's prototypes have a lot of issues. We need a new plan. We need more Black Rock prisms to make this machine work. Darling has another lab down in the Black Rock processing site in maintenance. That must be where he keeps the prisms.
I've been to maintenance already. I can find my way.
But how long will that take? Nothing here is simple. I need to ask her now, before I go.
I need something from you first. What do you know about Dylan Faden?
I knew this was coming. Lives are at stake here, and we need this machine working to save those lives. Once that is done, Director Faden, then we can talk.
She's right. As much as I don't want to admit it, I'm the only one who can help.
Fine. I'll get the prisms first.
Dylan will have to wait just a little longer.
But don't call me Director. Jesse is fine.
I'll call you Faden. Here, you'll need this keycard.
Thanks. Emily Pope has set up a base in Executive. Once I have the prism, I'll meet you there.
Right. I'll move out immediately. And keep an eye out for Darling. Finding him might be the key to stopping the hiss.
It's just one large-scale HRA. It's there now. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance. Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for. Taking the protection Hedron can provide us, and keeping us from being wiped out.
Here, this will lead back to Central Research.
Cool. Threshold. So, you just watch this.
Resonance is the key. Vibration, frequencies, waveforms, fields we didn't know were there. It's physics. These fields in complex interaction, altering reality that comes to contact with them. Hedron is communicating with me. It's trying to warn me of something imminent. I've been using every known method to analyze the data. Exposing myself to it. I'm seeing things, and overcome by compulsion. It's not just data, it's protection. It's benign. We are about to be exposed to a different kind of resonance.
Okay, and this is the bit we saw.
Hostile, viral, invasive resonance. That's what the Hedron resonance amplifiers are for.
Okay, hyperreal is a very difficult concept to explain. I do know what it means. I'm trying to think of an example of hyperreality. Things are true because it sounds a bit like things are true because we think them to be true, or sort of no, it's really difficult to explain. And like the book that came up with it was just nonsensical as well. But it actually is quite an interesting concept. I know the Matrix it exists because of that concept, but it was like a misunderstanding of that concept. Because the Matrix is, oh, did you know there's another reality and we're not in the real reality? But the hyper-reality thing is like, no. We don't live in reality. We live in like what we impose as reality by like what we believe in. It's like it's gonna sound pseudosciencey if I explain it, but like it actually has a concrete thing towards it. It's okay. Warped. This warped wield only paranatural abilities similar to drifters. They're able to telekinetically shield themselves with nearby material and launch objects at their targets. These entities are particularly destructive and difficult to kill, possibly indicating a greater internal reinforcement of Hiss resonance. Why do certain Hiss display paranatural abilities while others rely on Bureau firearms? Do certain corrupted entities have less potential than hosts that become Hiss warped? Or is this perhaps an indication of an evolution or maturation of the Hiss corruption? Are there other stages of evolution yet to be found? What if a Hiss inhabit a host for a month, a year? Do hosts expire after a certain amount of time? Does the corruption become too strong for an organic body to endure? Only time and well-documented observation will tell. I level up. It's sort of a shame that it merges that really well, but doesn't merge that. Ah! Where are we trying to get to? Black Rock. Why were we taken to this place? That is absurdly cool that that works. I'm trying to figure out where the lift is. Well, I failed that one. Oh dear. Like a churning of a red and black liquid. A thick liquid. A thick fluid. I want better melee. Why does it say 1? I don't know, because it definitely shouldn't say 1. Pierce. Damn. It's doing quite well. I want to go back to maintenance. Cool. I wasn't sure. The signs will tell me that. I've definitely seen 4s about. I was going to say, I wonder if this is like Evil Within, but it's probably better than that. But I'm not sure. It might not be. I know that leans more horror.
Marshall knows something about Dylan. Is he here? Is he alright? HRAs first. They'll help save everyone, including Dylan. Once I find him. Can you keep him safe? Like you do with me?
Central maintenance, this way. We wasn't using that bit of wall anyway. Oh yeah. Check the elevator. No, no, we clearly want. Well, no, maybe. Black rock is here. Really wish I didn't do that. Here we go. The turbine room. I'm not actually sure what I was attempting to do there, but I got through a room. That's kind of annoying. I left it, so I swear I left it on the ground in a convenient place. Oh yeah, we could have just taken that one. Never mind. Okay, is this where we're supposed to be? Oh, I mean... Oh, it doesn't give me a chance to go home. Damn it, I didn't check the corner.
I don't know. The lights are on. They should be open. We're looking to get a room for the night. Hello? I don't think anyone's there, honey. Come on. We'll go to that motel we passed a while back.
Well, at least I won't get stuck in here for half an hour. No idea why I'm doing that. Why did it make that noise? Well, I guess I solved the puzzle. You know what, I guess I couldn't have gone that direction anyway. Ow. Well, I've seen the Atlas Chamber before. Well, I'm just being thorough. You probably want to go to the Atlas Chamber.
Okay, we need to find a way to Blackrock processing. That's where Marshall said we'd find a prism.
If you're gonna put toilets in the game, I'm gonna search them. Atlas theory. The Atlas, this is Hubert Tan, and the Atlas is a physical expression created by the oldest house. Its purpose and function are currently unknown. The specific shape and dimensions of the Atlas, see file ATL03 for said dimensions, seem to indicate a more explicit purpose than the oldest house's usual walls, floors, or shifts. The Atlas changes form, but resists observation when doing so. No visual observation has been made during its change, and it only ever occurs between frames when monitored by surveillance cameras. A previous theory was that this change corresponds to the house shifts, and the Atlas is redacted of the redacted itself. However, the shape changes do not occur at the same time as the building shifts, which makes this theory doubtful. Structurally, the Atlas is made of the same redacted material as the rest of the oldest house. Further observation will hopefully aid in discovering its purpose. Need my asthma pump. We're near the end of the episode though, so I'll get it afterwards. Oh, level 5. I don't have that level of clearance. Right, there is another place I want to go. Now,
Reminder, if the contents of your workspace have been rearranged, removed, added to, or altered in any other way, you should immediately leave the area while speaking to yourself in a reassuring tone. This will not only keep you calm, but also the room. Thank you for your attention.
yes, I wish I did this first. Oh damn, I forgot to drink the tea. Oh, it's very cool and all, but unfortunately it's being ruined by gunshots. Would have been a pretty neat way of ending the episode, but... It is all going down here. I think I shall let you go. Let's get ourselves to a relatively safe position. Right. I've been John Proxy on channel John on the West. Okay. Guess I'll do this first. I've been John Proxy on channel John on the West. I've been having a control adventure.